pulling out the carrot. On a bright sunny morning, a little white bunny went out to gather mushrooms, but she couldn't find any of them even after a long time.
Oh, mushrooms, mushrooms, where did you all go?
Just as the little bunny was starting to feel discouraged, suddenly there came a sweet smell.
Wow, smell of carrots, amazing!
The little bunny followed the sweet smell to a hillside. Sure enough, there was a carrot even bigger than the little bunny herself.
Wow, so big that I could eat it for half a year. No, I could eat it for a whole year.
The little bunny made up her mind to pull out the carrot. She pulled the carrot with all her might, but it didn't budge at all. At the same time, there was a little monkey looking for bananas in the forest.
Bananas, bananas! Where did you all go? Huh? What's that sound? I'll go take a look. Huh.
On the hillside, the little white bunny was still trying hard to pull out the carrot, but it remained motionless.
Little bunny, you're so weak. You can't even pull out a single carrot.
It's too big. Why don't you give it a try?
What makes you think it's too big? I've seen bananas as big as an elephant.
Then come give it a try.
Okay.
So the little monkey reached out to pull out the carrot. He ran out of his strength, but didn't make it. He jumped high and squealed with anger, waking up the little piggy sleeping in the grass.
You're too noisy and you disturb my dream.
I'm sorry, little piggy. We're trying to pull out the carrot, but it won't budge.
It's a lost cause. I tried yesterday in vain. You'd better sleep for a while. You can have a lot of yummy food in your dream.
Well, they had no idea what to do. A tall, strong bear was looking for honey in the forest.
Honey, honey, the sweetest thing. But how come I cannot find it anywhere? Well, what's that smell? Let me go check.
The little bunny and the little monkey were sitting on a hillside, sighing.
I cannot pull out the carrot or pick any mushroom.
I cannot pull out the carrots or pick any bananas.
That's because you're too weak. I'm strong. Let me help you. My dad could lift a small mountain when he was at my age.
With that, the little bear began pulling out the carrot, but couldn't make it even with all his strength. He roared angrily. The thundering roar of the bear ran through the forest. Grandpa Goat heard it as he'd taken a walk in the forest.
It seems that someone's in trouble over the hillside. I must go take a look now.
No one could pull the carrot out, not even an elephant.
Why don't you give it a try together?
Who's that? Who's talking?
As they were wondering where the strange sound came from, Grandpa Goat walked over slowly with a cane.
Children, why not try to put it out together? Just as the saying goes, unity is strength. You will make it together.
Are you sure?
I doubt it.
Me too.
Children, you will never know until you try.
The little animals nodded thoughtfully. They lined up one by one.
1, 2, pull. 1, 2, pull. 1, 2, pull.
The carrot started to move.
1, 2, pull. 1, 2, pull.
Part of the carrot was pulled out. The little piggy then came out of the grass and dropped them.
1, 2, pull. 1, 2, pull.
All at once, a plop sound was heard and they all fell down. The big carrot was pulled out.
Children, you are great. Unity means strength. Do you understand now?
The little animals nodded happily.
We got it.
Children, let's eat the carrot. It must be very sweet.
Awesome! It's yummy!
In this way, the little animals not only got the super big carrot, but also gained a super amazing ability. A Colt Crossing the River. there once lived an old horse and a colt.
My child, you are big and strong now. Can you do something for me?
I can, Mother. I would love to help you.
Good boy. Take this half bag of wheat to the mill.
No problem, Mother.
The colt was carrying the wheat, running quickly to the mill. He kept running and running until he was stopped by a river. The water was flowing quickly, so he didn't know what to do.
Can I cross this river? Is the water deep or shallow? If my mother were here, I could just ask her. But she isn't here.
The colt looked around to see if anyone could help. On a hill not far from the river, an old cow was eating grass.
I got it.
The old cow was grazing away on the hill. He suddenly heard the sound of the hooves.
Hello, sir. May I ask you a question?
Hello, little colt. Yes, you may.
Can you tell me the river over there? Will I be able to cross it?
This river is quite shallow, not even up to your knees. You can cross it.
Really?
Trust me, I often cross to eat the grass there.
Thank you, sir.
You are welcome.
The colt went back to the river and got ready to cross.
Don't cross the river, little colt. You shouldn't cross, little colt. You could drown in this river.
Huh? Is the water deep?
It's very deep. Yesterday, a friend of mine fell into this river and drowned.
Oh my! That is terrible.
Please remember not to cross here.
But I need to bring this wheat. What should I do?
I'm not sure.
I'd better go back and ask my mother. Thank you, Squirrel.
The colt flicked his tail and ran back home. The old horse saw him coming back, still carrying the bag of wheat.
Why did you come back?
There was a river in my way. I can't cross it.
Isn't that river very shallow?
Yes, the old cow said so, but the squirrel said the river is deep and his friend drowned there.
So is the river deep or shallow then? Did you think about what they said?
I didn't, I just...
My child, when you hear what others say without thinking carefully about it, you won't understand. This is not good. Is the river deep or shallow? You just need to try. Then you will know.
Yes, Mother, I understand.
Suddenly, the colt turned and ran towards the river. He arrived at the river again, but he only raised one hoof when he saw a brown shadow appear.
What are you doing? I told you this was a dangerous river. Why are you here again?
Let me try.
The colt carefully walked through the water and crossed the river.
It's not as shallow as the old cow said, and it's not as deep as the squirrel said.
Standing on the other side, the colt was very pleased with himself. We all ought to approach things with such bravery.
Little Mouse becomes a big tiger. In a vast forest lived an old wizard. He found peace sitting under a large tree and letting his mind relax.
Help me! Help me! Help me!
Who's calling out like that?
Help me! Help me! The fox caught me!
Let me help you out.
The fox is afraid of the old wizard and runs off into the woods after letting the little mouse go.
Thank you, old wizard. If it weren't for you, I'd have been the fox's snack.
You are so tiny, so it's no wonder you are always getting bullied. Let me fix that for you. Pow!
How did I get this tall and this chunky? Wow! I've become quite the tabby cat now. Aha! Meow!
At that moment, a tabby white cat came by to drink water.
Hey, you are new around here, ain't you? I haven't seen you around before.
Yeah, I'm new, alright.
I live under that big tree across the river. Let's hang around at some point, okay?
Sure. I'll give you a howler later.
The tabby white cat trotted off, and the little mouse breathed a sigh of relief. He really doesn't need to be afraid of cats anymore. The little mouse happily ran around in the forest, completely unaware that danger was looming over him.
Ah! Supper time! I'm going to eat you! Ah!
Old wizard, help me! The wolf wants to have me for supper!
I will help you out. Don't be afraid. It's okay. The wolf already ran away.
This time the wolf ran away. But what happened next time when he comes around? Old wizard, can you make me even bigger?
Why not? Pow!
Wow, I'm even bigger and chubbier than before. I'm a big tiger now. Haha.
The proud little mouse pranced around in the forest.
Ouch!
Terrible fox, do you dare go after me now?
You are a big tiger. I won't even think of going after you.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a big tiger now. I'm the king of the forest. Everyone is afraid of me now. Ha ha ha. Little monkey, go away. Don't get in my way.
Okay.
Little squirrel, give me all your snacks. Otherwise, you'll be the snack.
Hand them over now.
Little white rabbit, hand over your toys. Otherwise, I'll roast you alive.
No! Please don't eat me! Help me!
Don't be afraid. Calm down. What happened here?
A ferocious tiger came out of the woodwork. It took away all my snacks. Took away my toys too.
It frightened me.
Don't be afraid, guys. Let me explain. That's actually the little mouse. I saw him always being bullied by others, so I helped him out. First, I morphed him into a tabby cat, and then later on, into a big tiger.
That big tiger. It turns out it was a little mouse all along.
People used to bully you, and now it's your turn to bully us. He really should be spanked.
I'm a big tiger. I'm really a big tiger. Don't believe me? Take a look. Roar, roar.
Po!
How am I becoming smaller? How am I getting smaller and smaller? The joke's on me now. Everyone is gonna bully me again.
Don't cry, little mouse. I won't start bullying you. I'm going to play with you instead.
And I'll share my snacks with you. You're welcome to play with my toys at my place.
Wow, thank you everyone. You guys are so kind. I'm sorry. It was wrong the way I treated you. I shouldn't have turned into a tiger only to bully others. I'm sorry.
It's all good. No worries.
Let's go play together.
The lambs crossed the bridge. There was a little lamb with white wool on its body and 2 little horns on its head. It often called ba ba ba, so everyone called it Little White Lamb. There was a little lamb with black wool on its body and 2 little horns on its head. It also called out ba ba ba. Everyone called it Little Black Lamb. Both the little white lamb and the little black lamb lived by the river. The little white lamb lived on the east side of the river. The little black lamb lived on the west side of the river. The river was between them. The river was not wide, but it was very deep. How could they cross a river like this? Fortunately, there was a log on the river called the single log bridge. This single log bridge was very narrow and only one lamb could cross the bridge at a time. The little white lamb lived on the east side of the river, but its grandma lived on the west side of the river. The little white lamb often walked across the single log bridge to visit its grandma. Its grandma always prepared lots of fresh grass for the little white lamb to eat before it returned home. The little black lamb lived on the west side of the river, but its grandpa lived on the east side of the river. The little black lamb often walked across the single log bridge to visit its grandpa. Its grandpa also prepared lots of fresh grass for the little black lamb to eat before it returned home. One day, the weather was very good.
What a nice day! I should go see Grandma.
So the little white lamb bad as it trotted across the single log bridge. It was going to the west side of the river. At the same time, the little black lamb bad as it trotted across the single log bridge too. The little black lamb was going to the east side of the river to see its grandpa. The little white lamb was walking westward, and the little black lamb was walking eastward. They saw each other when they came to the middle of the bridge. Neither of them could pass. The little white lamb raised its head high.
Go back! Go back! Go back! You know I'm crossing the bridge to see my grandma.
Hearing this, the little black lamb raised its head high too.
Why? You go back. What do you need to see your grandma for? I'm crossing the bridge to see my grandpa.
The little white lamb got angry and stared at the little black lamb.
How can you tell me to turn back? I got on the bridge first, so you should go back. Go back.
The little black lamb also got angry and stomped its feet with anger.
What? You think I should go back? I got on the bridge first. You should go back. Go back quickly.
As they talked, they began to argue. They argued fiercely and neither of them would give up. The little white lamb lost its temper. It lowered its head and ran up to the little black lamb with its horn pointed at the little black lamb. The little black lamb saw the little white lamb running toward it. It also lowered its head and ran up to the little white lamb with its horn pointed at the little white lamb. There was a sudden sound. Two lambs bashed into each other with their heads. Oh no! Both of the lambs have fallen into the river. Kids, if we fight on a single log bridge, we lose our only way across. If we give in to each other, the only way across becomes two. What will happen if the two lambs started again and helped each other?
I'll go back and you go first.
No, I'll go back. It's important for you to see Grandma.
No, it's also important for you to see Grandpa. You go first.
Let's be friends and play together next time.
The Ugly Duckling. One sunny summer day, in a village surrounded by forest and meadows, a mother dog was counting her babies. 1, 2. The ducklings were starting to hatch, but there was one big egg that did not move, and mother dog was worried. She called over father dog to help her watch. Finally, the last duckling popped its head out.
Wow, this little one sure is a big one.
Oh, my baby is so strong.
Big, big! Quack, quack! Quack, quack!
Because the duckling was so big, his feathers were still quite grayish. His brothers and sisters often bullied him and said they didn't want to play with him. Everyone called him the Ugly Duckling.
Hey, all your brothers and sisters are cute, so why do you look so strange?
We don't want to play with you.
Yeah, go away!
You should have been eaten by a cat. I haven't done anything wrong, so why doesn't anybody like me?
When he got away from the wild duck, along came the hen and her family. When the chicks saw the Ugly Duckling, they screamed. The mother hen spread her wings and flapped them with a whoosh, like a boat's sails full of wind, and feathers fell all over the floor.
Mama, That duck is scary. I'm afraid.
Get away from my beautiful babies! You!
Mother Hen's little chicks walked over and pecked at the ugly duckling.
Get away! Get away!
The ugly duckling ran into a lady's house. The old lady lived with the cat and a hen.
Hello? Can I stay here?
Can you bend your back like this? Can you catch mice?
Can you lay legs every day like me? The old lady likes me the best. Cluck, cluck.
I have some skills. I can swim. I can go underwater and swim to the bottom. It's good fun.
Oh yeah, that sounds really fun.
But the old lady doesn't need anything like that.
The ugly duckling sadly left the old lady's house and walked to a lake hidden in the forest. Then a flock of geese came from the sky. A beautiful goose flew over to him.
Oh, my friend, you have a special look.
Special? You mean that I'm ugly?
Ugly? Yes, but you're also very cute. Even I can't help liking you. Would you like to fly away with us? We're going to a swamp.
Thank you, but I'd like to stay here. As long as I can swim, I'll be okay.
At this lake, he grew day by day. Then, in the blink of an eye, it was autumn. One day, when the sun was setting, the ugly duckling saw some big, beautiful birds. Their white feathers shined and their necks were long. When they called out, it was as beautiful as a song. They were swans.
Wow!
The ugly duckling was fascinated by them.
These birds are so beautiful. I so wish I could stay with them. But, will they think I'm ugly too?
The ugly duckling thought for a while. Without realizing he had floated over to the swans. He hung his head low, nervously. Just then, he saw his reflection in the water. He was surprised. Beside the feathers sticking out from his head, he was no longer the awkward, grayish, ugly, disgusting duckling. He had grown into a real white swan. When he looked up from his reflection, he saw the swans were gathering around him.
Who are you? Why haven't I seen you before?
I live here by myself. My name is Ugly Duckling.
You are not ugly. You are the most beautiful swan I have ever seen.
The most beautiful? Thank you. Can I live with you all?
Of course. You're welcome to join us.
The ugly duckling was very happy. He flapped his wings and craned his neck. He called out in a joyful sound.
When I was the ugly duckling, I could never dream of so much happiness.